Good morning, everybody. Welcome back for some Scott selections here for Monday, March 7th. Before getting today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. A couple of plays to go through, so I'll go through them pretty quickly. We overall did not have a great day. Starting off with the good news, we won the play of the day in the NBA yesterday with the Bucks -7 at -110 on DraftKings as they won by 10. And then we had the NASCAR plays, which ended up being a complete disaster. We went 0-4 on those. Couple of really bad beats. We had Larson for half a unit to win the race at plus 550 on Fox Bet. He was actually leading with about 2 turns to go, and then Bowman passed him as Larson came in second. We had Truex Jr. to win the race at 17-1 for zero point 0.2 units. He was in second place, kind of closing in on Kyle Busch, and then you had a caution, and after that, everything kind of fell apart for Truex. We had Keselowski for zero point 0.1 units to win at 28-1. That was not even close. And our real bad beat was the matchup. We had 2 units on Truex over Byron at even money on DraftKings. He was about 4 spots ahead of him with 2 laps to go. And then you had a caution. Then Byron ended up having the better pit stop, and Byron ended up finishing ahead of Truex by a couple of spots. So if there was no caution with about 2 laps to go, we would have easily have made profit, but instead that did not happen, and we lost all the NASCAR plays. So overall, we went 1-4 for negative 1.9 units. Not a great day, but NASCAR with some late cautions, that tends to happen. Look for a winning day here on Monday. And for the play of the day, we're going to look at a matchup between the Lakers and the Spurs, taking place at around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play of the day, we're going to look at a player prop, and we like LeBron James over 30.5 points at -105 on BetMGM. Time recording of 11:40 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like the over in this spot. First of all, looking at how he did over the weekend, LeBron scored 56 points against the Warriors on Saturday. On top of that, he already faced San Antonio once this season. He scored 36 points in 35 minutes, even though the Lakers lost the game by 28. So the game was a blowout from pretty much start to finish, and yet LeBron still had 36 points. The Spurs really could not guard him. Now, the reason why I'm looking at LeBron here instead of the Spurs for a play is because DeJounte Murray might not play in this one. So I can't really back San Antonio if their best player might not be active. LeBron's questionable again. What else is new? But he's been questionable for a couple of weeks, and he's played pretty much every game for the last couple of weeks. The Lakers are in real just dire straits of trying to even remain in the play-in game seedings right now, and I expect LeBron to play as a result. But I mentioned that he played 35 minutes against the Spurs. That's nothing new because he's played at least 35 minutes in each of the last 10 games. And San Antonio, you want to look at them defensively, not great, and they're also pretty up-tempo. The Spurs rank 5th in pace and tied for 18th in defensive efficiency. They are really just not a good defensive team, especially if DeJounte Murray is potentially not going to play because he's easily their best defensive player. But just to go through the actual pace numbers, San Antonio, I already mentioned, was 5th. The Lakers are 6th, which could help explain why this total is in the mid-130s. I expect to see a bunch of points. And if the Lakers are going to get to, let's just say, 117, 118 in the spot, I definitely expect LeBron to get to at least 31. And if the fact that he already did it once this season against San Antonio suggests that this team just doesn't have the personnel to actually guard him. Is he going to go for 56 again? Probably not, but I do think he has a decent chance to go for 35. And for 30.5 and -105, that's a little bit too low for me, so I have to take the overs. The play that once again here for Monday, March 7th, is going to be on LeBron James over 30.5 points at -105 on BetMGM. Bye, everyone.